For cheap and reliable coins, check out maddenmobilecoins.com and use the code TSG for a 10% discount. What is up, guys? My name is Evan and welcome to Today in Sports. Today is Tuesday, October 4th, and let's get right into the Week 4 review of the NFL. Starting with some notable games for this past weekend, 3 of them to be exact. The Raiders defeated the Ravens 28-27, giving the Ravens their first loss of the season. So surprised to see the Ravens go down. Honestly, was surprised to see them actually, undefeated to this point. But that's besides the point. First loss of the season. The next notable game is the Falcons over the Panthers. I believe it was 48-33. But the big notable thing about this game was the performances of Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. We'll touch upon that later in the next segment. But moving on to the final notable game, and that was the Bills over the Patriots, 16-0, handing the Patriots their first loss. But if I'm a Patriots fan, which I'm not, but if you guys are Patriots fans, I wouldn't be too worried because Tom Brady's coming back, making his return in Week 5 as the Patriots starting quarterback. Any notable games that I missed, let me know in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and move on to the top fantasy performers. Top performances of the week. Out of the quarterback was, of course, Matt Ryan. He threw for 503 yards. That's crazy. 503 yards. Wrap your brain around that. That's tough for me. 4 touchdowns, but he did throw 1 interception. But a great game by Matt Ryan. Like I said, that's partly why it's a notable game. The Atlanta Falcons over the Panthers. But moving on to the halfback, Isaiah Crowell. He was the best performing halfback of the week. 16 attempts for 120 yards and a touchdown. And moving on though to the receiver, this is my favorite part. Julio Jones, 12 catches for 300 yards. I think he's like one of 6 guys to ever do that in one game. 300 yards in one game, guys. That's insane. Only 1 touchdown.
What?
But oh my gosh, 300 freaking yards. What a guy. Jordan Reed was the best performing tight end. 9 catches, 73 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the best performing defense was the Broncos with only 7 points allowed, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble recovery. Finally, in this next section, guys, I'm going over my top 5 power rankings going into Week 5. And at the number 5 spot, gotta go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz is a god. Enough said. At number 4, we have the New England Patriots, because despite their loss to the Bills, New England is still a scary team with their awesome defense and their awesome offense, not to mention they're getting Tom Brady back this week, so they are at the number 4 spot in my power rankings. Number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers. They have possibly one of the best offenses in the league behind Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown. And of course, they just need a little bit of defense to accompany that, and that's where they've gotten to start with their 3-1 record. Very solid play out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Moving on to the number 2 spot, though, and that, of course, is the Minnesota Vikings, starting off undefeated on the season. So surprising considering Adrian Peterson and Teddy Bridgewater are both hurt, but Sam Bradford and Matt Asiata have gotten the job done so far. Not to mention their defense has emerged as the best defense in the league. So number 2 spot is perfect for the Minnesota Vikings. And finally, in the number 1 spot, got to be the Denver Broncos, starting off 4-0. Whether it's Paxton Lynch, Trevor Siemian, they got the best defense in the league. So they've been really doing well of getting whatever offense they can get out on the field. So very solid work by both the offense and the defense for the Denver Broncos, giving them the number 1 spot in their undefeated start. So guys, that's gonna do it for Today in Sports. I'm gonna start doing this more often. I love the idea of like a sports channel, news reporting type thing. I know I like it a lot. I love sports, like all sports. I'm not the best soccer fan, but most like major sports I love. So any ideas for any other videos, type stuff like that, let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'm over and out, and I'll talk to all of you beautiful people later. See ya.